Peace, love, harmony, and light. My brothers and sisters, how y'all feeling? Man, it's a beautiful, beautiful day in Brooklyn. It's raining out here. And, of course, the sun is at rest. But I'm still up, putting in that work. I just uploaded a video on my other channel. You guys should actually go check it out. The link of the new channel is below. Subscribe. Like I said, I want to get the subscriptions up. So please, go check out the video and also go subscribe. The purpose of this video that I'm doing right now is the continuation of the awakening, the enlightenment of the American Aborigine. There is so much work that needs to be done because of the miseducation of the people that was done for a reason. Okay, the whole goal was to take away our identity through genocide, propaganda, the Holocaust of the American Aborigines, to make us extinct. And in their narrative, in the teaching of our story, which they call his story, is actually his story. His story has so many lies, so many loopholes that, we have to start telling our own story. So let us talk about our story opposed to his story, the truth, the facts. And I tell people it's facts over feelings. Like I said, life didn't originate in Africa. All right. So we are a people, or we are the people of the American continent. Our mother is the American continent. And like I just did a video on my other channel talking about beef. All right. I have no beef. And that's a very important video, like many others that I do. But I just had to make a few things clear. OK, so please go to the other channel. The link is below and check out that video and subscribe. Brothers and sisters, share the information. That's what it's all about. Plant those seeds. Something will resonate in the people that you are having a hard time reaching or getting across to. All right. But for now, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time and talk about pretty much all the countries in the Americas that I could mention. Now, if there is a country in the Americas that I didn't mention, then forgive me, because there are a lot of surrounding islands that are considered to be in the Americas. All right. They are still territories maybe of the United States, or they are considered to be in the landmass or on the landmass of the American continent. So if I didn't mention your country, your island per se, then forgive me for that. All right. So I just did a Google search once more. And for me, I was born in the Caribbean. And my grandmother, even if my mother, never, that was something that wasn't spoken of in our home in terms of, us being Indians. But my grandmother had always told me that, she was a Carib, and there was some Arawak in the family as well. And she always had these two little ponytails. That was like her favorite hairstyle. She had beautiful natural hair. The most she did was, took a hot comb and she would straighten it out. But she never put chemicals in her hair. Never did. All right. But she would straighten it out with a hot comb. And she had beautiful long hair past her shoulders. And then she would put it in, two ponytails and one on each side. And it never dawned on me that was a cultural thing for American Indian women until, I got older. However, I got to be honest, when I was in Dominica, even if I knew I was a Carib, I knew, that it was, yes, in the Caribbean. And we didn't call ourselves, like in school, they didn't tell us that we were American Indians. They told us that we were Amerindians. OK, so a lot of people in the Caribbean probably know that. All right. But we didn't say American Indians. They taught us that we were Amerindians. The point I'm trying to make is they never taught me, at least, that I was African. I always knew that I was an Amerindian. And If you look up, who are the Amerindians, you'll find out that the Amerindians are the indigenous people, American Indians of the Americas. So either way, it's interchangeable. Amerindians, American Indian. Okay. Instead of saying American Indian, they just created one word, put the two together and say Amerindians. All right. So coming into the mainland called the United States, doing research on my, my lineage, come to find out that, most of my ancestors actually came from the mainland, of ways of Minnesota, Kentucky, Alabama, Virginia, some in Florida. I'm talking about, Cherokee. Of course, we know the original name is Anianwea, which means the principal people. Choctaw, the Ohlone, the Lumbee, just all so many tribes, because I figured, and I know for a fact that our people mixed together, you know what I mean? But I really want to put some attention and shed some light on all the countries in the Americas as much as I can, because a lot of people in the Caribbean still think, and they don't know that they are actually Americans, that we are the original Americans. Okay. And people, ignorant people will come, well, you have an accent, you cannot be an American Indian. Well, dummy, stupid, like seriously, everybody has an accent, whether you're from, let's just say people from Georgia have a different accent from people from New York. You know what I mean? People from Kentucky or Alabama have a different accent from people from Virginia or California. Everyone has an accent. So I have a West Indian accent. However, because I grew up in New York, it's kind of like mixed West Indian mixed with a little bit of, a New York swagger. Also a little bit of British sometimes, because, my grandparents and my great grandparents have lived in Britain for a very long time. And of course, the islands, Dominica was one of the islands that was colonized by Britain, first the French, then by Britain. So I'm saying all this to say, as to let us not allow ignorant people that are lacking the knowledge, okay, to ridicule who we are because we sound different. What people don't realize is that we are many tribes, but one people. We had different languages. We had different accents. We had different dialects. Okay. You know what I mean? Like literally there were tribes literally living in, let's just say, the New York territory. And they had how many different languages? Because they would run into each other and didn't understand or comprehend each other because they spoke different languages. That's just what it was. We were a diverse people, and we still are. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to take some time and go through a lot of the countries, or the majority of the countries that is in the Americas. And the purpose of doing that, again, is to educate the people, enlighten the people, open up their minds so you could share the videos with your people. Let them know who they truly are. Because my goal and my focus, okay, and my vision is to unite us again. Unite us again. Let us not focus or dwell on the divide and conquer that the colonizers, the invaders, they have placed on us for so long. From the moment these people set their feet on our soil, it has been divide and conquer, turning tribes against tribes, okay, changing the original names of the islands, of the countries, of the territories. You feel me? So my goal is to unite us again, bring us on a common front where we know that we are the children of this landmass called the Americas, and we are brothers and sisters, regardless of whether you think you are from Trinidad, Jamaica, Antigua, or you are from Virginia, California. We are still one people. Many tribes, but one people. And if you look at the original names of all those so-called tribes, you would see that it all goes back to the people. The people. Okay? So here we go. All the countries and regions in the Americas. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that the United States is America. And I always like to make sure that's clear. The United States is not America. Okay? United States is a country. Well, it's not even a country. It's not even a nation, to be truthful. Okay? It's a corporation that is playing the role of a nation or a country on our landmass. Okay, before, what I think, 1781 or whatever it was, 1776, there was no United States, but we were here. Okay, before the 13 colonies, we were here. We were in our proper identity. We identified ourselves based on certain landmass, or the language that we spoke, or the dialect that we spoke. You feel me? So you have the countries, okay, that's in the Americas. You have the United States. And of course, the United States consists of all the different states here. And even in all those different territories, once again, there were many tribes. Okay, many tribes. You have Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Canada, Colombia, Venezuela. All right, once again, I'm naming all the countries in the Americas. Peru, Chile, Cuba, Panama, Uruguay, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Bolivia, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Haiti. Okay, a lot of people may not know Haiti and Dominican Republic, those two landmasses were actually one. And Christopher Columbus, when they came, they all named it Hispaniola. All right, so let me ask you a question. If in 1492 or 1493, Christopher Columbus said that he discovered us, but we were already here, and they called us Americans, okay? They called us Indians. How is that in 2018 you are not an Indian? What changed? What changed was the education, the lies, okay? The lies. When Christopher Columbus first came to Dominica, we already had a name for the island. It was called Weti Kubuli. But they changed it to Dominica because he said he discovered it on a Sunday. Domingo, Dominica, Sunday. Okay? But we already had a name for the island. All those countries had names for their territories based on the languages that they spoke. All right? Belize, Paraguay, Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica is in the Americas. And if you go look at all the indigenous people, tribes that were in Jamaica before Columbus arrived, you will see that the Arawaks were the main people. So, yes, to my Jamaican brothers and sisters, you're not Africans, okay? You may have some African mixed blood in you because they mix some of the Africans, amongst our people, but we are the original American Indians, okay? Bahamas, Guyana, Aruba, Curacao, Barbados, Bermuda, Turks and Caicos Islands, St. Lucia, French Guiana, Cayman Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Guadeloupe, Martinique, Falkland Islands, Dominica, Grenada, United States Virgin Islands, Antigua and Bermuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Anguilla, British Virgin Island, St. Vincent, the Caribbean Netherlands. Where have we again? Caribbean Netherlands, Montserrat, St. Martin. Okay, and of course you have the territories of the United States, such as, Puerto Rico, you have Guam. Okay, so just to let you know, even the surrounding and all the surrounding islands are also part of the Americas. All right. So my brothers and sisters, I'm stressing that. So do your research. Okay. Do your research. Don't let people lie to you. You feel me? We have been lied to. I'm just talking about for forever. Okay. Go find out who were the indigenous people before Columbus. And because if the narrative of slavery only started when Columbus and his people came, the Spaniards, the conquistadors, the Portuguese, then they didn't come here before 1492. So if there were people on those land masses all through the Americas before 1492, then who were these people? They want to give us the narrative that those people are extinct. That's not true. We are the children of said people. They only made us extinct on paper. And that's facts. So in all those countries that I call, find out who were the indigenous people before Columbus came, before the colonizers came. And you will see names of different tribes and languages come up. And that's what we should identify as. Okay? But overall, we are American Indians, even if you're in the Caribbean. So never call yourself a Jamaican, a St. Lucian, a Grenadian, a Dominican. Okay? A Vincentian. Don't call yourself that. An Antiguan. No. Whenever you call yourself such names, now you're putting yourself under the jurisdiction of the colonizer. And that's how they're able to call you immigrants in your own land. That's how they're able to tell you, oh, well, you need a green card to be in the United States. No, you don't need a green card to be in the United States, because those are the lands that our ancestors traveled without any inhabitations. And as indigenous people, we have the right to travel our land, our ancestral land, without any form of discrimination or inhabitation. So you see the workload and the vision that I have, and you see where I'm going with this. I have a very tall mountain to climb, but believe me, I'm going to climb it, but I can't do it alone. So it doesn't matter where you at in the Americas. I want you to reach out to me. My email is always in the link below. Let us build. Let us spread the word. Let us form this alliance as one children. Okay? From one mother. Or children from one mother. Not one children, because children is plural, but you know what I'm saying. Let us unite as children from one mother. Yes, we have lost our languages. At least in the Caribbean, some of us still kept a lot of the culture. Okay? And that's why it was so easy for me to step into who I am naturally. Wear your feathers. Don't be afraid. From the moment I started stepping into who I was, it never felt uncomfortable for me wearing feathers, because I grew up making baskets and helping my uncles making canoes and making cultural stuff. We did that in the islands, so it was natural for me to step into it. You feel me? So that's the point I'm making right now. Wear your feathers. I don't care if you start with one. Wear your feather with a headband. Get into it. Do it every single day. People will ask questions. Then that's a beautiful conversation piece. Let them know who we are. Now, you're not a Jamaican. You're an Arawak. Okay? No, you're not a Jamaican. You're an American Indian. No, you're not a Trini. You're an Arawak. Or you're a Carib. Or you're a Taino. All right? That's what we got to do. Because once we start stepping into who we are, they cannot put the boundaries on us. They only could put the boundary and the divide and conquer when we use the names of the colonizer. We have to put pressure on them. Okay? So I just wanted to share that bit of information, an eye opener. All right? That's what we got to do. That's how we got to step up. And I don't care where you at in the Americas. Send me an email. Let us build. All right? Get your affairs in order. Because it is still one universal colonization system. The birth certificate is all over. So you are still a slave. So you still have to proclaim who you are. You still have to do it no matter where you at. And that's my vision. That's my goal. That's my purpose. To free my people. Okay? And yes, the people around you may be the toughest ones to crack. But it's okay. Keep on planting those seeds. And for those of you who are ready to proclaim who you are, get your affairs in order, get your paperwork together, my email is in the link below. That is the number one priority you should focus on. 2020 is around the corner. And trust me, it's going to get hectic. Okay? Right now, we have the advantage. The advantage is we are men and women made in the likeness and image of the Most High. The second advantage is we are the aboriginals of this land, the American Indians. We have the highest jurisdiction in the Americas, not the colonizers. You cannot come into our home and tell us what to do. No. All right. So we have the highest authority, but we have to step into who we truly are in order to regain that throne. You feel me? So I hope that makes sense. I just wanted to come drop this information. Don't forget to go to the other channel. The link is below. Check that video I just posted. Subscribe, spread the knowledge. Let's continue to put in this work. Also, don't forget to get a copy of your book. Brothers and sisters, get your affairs in order. All right? Work on your documents. Proclaim who you are. Peace, love, harmony, and light. I'm out.